Damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Blake and Sal Show with Mark, celebrating its 10-year anniversary, dominating the podcast world. And now, let's welcome your hosts, Blake and Mark.
Okay, listen to me. The human world is a mess. Life under the sea is better than anything they got going on up there. The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things surround you. What more is you looking for? Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better, don't worry, sweater, take it from me. Up on the shore, they work all day. Out in the sun, they slave away. While we devoting full time to floating under the sea.
Hello and welcome to the Blake and Sal Show with Mark, episode number 464. I am one of your hosts, Blake, and I am sitting in a very air-conditioned and fan room because it got really, really hot in Milwaukee this week, unexpectedly. Like, wow, it has gotten hot out, especially for someone who works outdoors. It got really hot. First of all, biggest deal in podcasting, Sal is not here this week because he is currently living his fangirl dreams, seeing What's Upon Him One More Time on Broadway. So, in a couple of weeks when he's back with us, he will talk about that show. So, there you go. Let's bring on my co-host, the man, the myth, legend, Mark. Dad, how you doing?
Doing well. Staying comfortably in an air-conditioned room as opposed to being outside in the sweatbox.
Yeah. Trust me. The temperature went up 20 degrees while I was working. So it's fun.
Yeah, when I first woke up, it was like 62.
It was beautiful when I started my work day, and then it was like 87 by the time I got home. So,
and then when I went to do errands, and almost
I know we're dating this because people won't hear it until Friday, but still, it's hot here in Milwaukee today. As we're recording this.
Oh yeah, when I went to do errands, all of a sudden I'm coming back and way home, and it said like 86.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, real fast. Opening song here is from the new Little Mermaid, the #1 movie in America right now, and I still haven't seen it, but I do plan on it. I haven't heard a bad thing about this movie yet, so that's fantastic. This is Under the Sea, the Beat Diggs, from Hamilton fame, singing this. I love this version. I'm also a sucker for this song anyway, so I love every version of this song, but it's a great version. So I can't wait to see this movie eventually. Still haven't had a chance. I have not gotten to the theater much, so I don't even know if I'm seeing it in the theater. I'll just wait till it comes on Disney Plus, but we'll see what happens. So that is that. We will get to more. We'll talk about that when we see. I know Sal saw it. He really enjoyed it. So there's that. Let's get into things. Help support the show, plan all platforms you can find the show. We're proud to work on at TheBlakeandSalShow.com. Dad, says South Park.
Hey, you can buy our shirts, stickers, hoodies, and more from our TeePublic store. Click on the TeePublic link in our website and go to TeePublic and search the Blake and Sal Show. Oh, by the way, we didn't get our misting fans in yet.
Well, if anything, just get a sticker, throw it on a fan. I should really get some stickers on my mug. I'm going to use this a lot. The problem is I don't know if it'll last in the dishwasher if I do that. But, but
anyway, worth a try.
I don't know. Little M's actually available. Let's go to break. We'll come right back. All right. As always, go pick up Mandy's book. I Know I Am, available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and RTL Publishing in English and in Spanish. And this morning, on Friday, a brand new episode of the Mandy Show is now available on all podcasting platforms, part of the Blake and Sal Show family. All right. I said this last show that these segments are going to be a little bit shorter.
Okay.
There's a whole lot to talk about when it comes to things, but here we go. This week in Blake and Sal Show history. 3 interviews of note to mention here. First of all, on May 27, 2016, I talked to Carly Lane from Supergirl Radio. That was actually between seasons. and this is when I was interviewing with a podcast, so that was a lot of fun to do. May 31st, 2019, Rich Bocchini, at the time MLW commentator. I don't know if he's still doing MLW. I have not watched the show in so long. I have no idea.
He's doing it, and I believe I can't remember the other guy.
Okay.
But yeah.
And then June 1st, 2015, voice actress legend Katie Lee sat down with me for one of 2 interviews I did with her. So there you go. So before we get into the wrestling, since it is just you and me, I found it was a good idea that maybe we should actually get into something we both have interest in. And that would be the Flash ending this past week. We did not talk about it last week, maybe because neither of us had seen the episode yet. But the Flash is over. The Arrowverse is officially over. Not gonna lie, I was bawling like my fucking eyes out during the last half hour of that show. I don't even know how to describe this. I'm sad, but I'm also happy that they got a proper farewell. Much like Arrow did, they got a proper farewell, and the Supergirl also got a proper farewell. Dad, your thoughts on the Flash finale and Flash as a whole and the Arrowverse ending after all these years?
It's bittersweet because with the Arrowverse, there's always other things that are happening that are either complementing Earth One or doing something different. But the one that got me was Keone kind of leaving.
Oh, yeah, I think. Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen the Flash finale. Sorry, spoiler alert. Continue. Back to you.
Okay.
Sorry, back to you.
Keone leaving, and then all of a sudden, Caitlin.
Oh my God, I was in tears. I did not see that coming. I was in tears.
I was gonna say,
I thought she died. I'm like, no, she's back.
Yeah, she's back. It's like the gang's all here, minus Cisco.
Oh, by the way, he was filming something. He couldn't make it over, unfortunately.
Right.
Some COVID protocols at the time. He couldn't make it over and make it feasible to be on the episode, but he really, really wanted to.
I mean, when you watched the episode, it's like they gave a cameo appearance to everyone, or mostly everyone
that could show up
that was in the series. Like I said, bittersweet. And the thing that I kind of looked at towards the end is when Barry running off the Flash kind of throws a lightning bolt, and you've got 3 different individuals that got it, which leads you to believe that there's a possibility that something else may happen. But
when they did that, did you expect one of them to hit Ezra Miller?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. I kind of expected that because I know they did the crossover during Crisis where Ezra Miller was on the Flash during Crisis. Right. But I kind of expected them to do something to tie it into the new movie. I'm surprised they didn't do anything. I really am surprised.
But this, like I said, it leaves a possibility for a spinoff, but not on the CW. There's a good chance that maybe now that Max is kind of opened up, there's a possibility you may see it on Max, a streaming service.
I doubt it. I think this is it. I think we're done, especially with the Flash movie coming out. With the Flash movie coming out. And by the way, apparently, I'm going to plug a podcast. Scarlet Velocity.
Yeah.
They are my Flash podcast for the last 9 years. They covered every single episode of the entire show as it was airing. And they made a little reference. They were talking about the references to the people that were hit with lightning at the end of the episode. And they're all people in the comics. They're all references to people in the comics. The people who currently have meta powers and whatnot in the comics. Mm-hmm. So that's what that was really about. And one of them is actually one of them was I forgot what was worded. I don't remember, but there were specifically people that were in the comics and they were shouting out the comics one last time.
All right.
That's what that was.
The other thing I heard too is when you mentioned Diggle's name, that they're still trying to get the project off with Diggle.
I've heard. I didn't say Diggle's name. You did, but I didn't say Diggle's name.
But, but Diggle came up, and it's like, okay, and there's still.
I have a feeling that ain't happening either. I don't know. I think it's over. I think we're done. I think this is the end. They said goodbye to Diggle in the episode that brought Green Arrow back. to say goodbye to that character. I think that they said goodbye to that show a second time when they brought back Stephen Amell for that one episode.
You know, I still have a inkling or possibility that down the road there may be some special episode that kind of appears to kind of, saying, hey, don't forget us, we're still here, and never
But I
say
think
never.
that's what this last season was for. I think that's what this last season, this whole season was for, was saying goodbye and saying goodbye correctly. And that's what I have a feeling this was.
Okay, well, I mean, we'll see what happens. Anything is possible.
But yeah, so the Arrowverse is officially over. As a matter of fact, I think the TikTok page that's going to make me go back and watch these damn crossovers. It's literally putting up pieces from the crossover episodes. And they put a whole episode up that I don't remember happening. I don't remember it. So I'm gonna have to go back on Netflix and rewatch the invasion, the first invasion crossover with the Legends. I don't remember happening at all. I know I watched it. I don't remember it. I could not remember it to save my life, but I have to go back and watch it. So
was that the one with the Thinker?
No, that was the one with the Dominators.
Okay.
The Dominators. I don't remember it. I don't remember it at all. I know I watched it. I guarantee I watched it because I never missed a crossover, but I don't remember it at all. I don't remember it. So I have to go back and watch it.
Well, there you go.
So, all right. If you missed it, it's on the CW app. It's on Netflix. I think as of today, it's on Netflix. As of people hearing this, it's on Netflix officially. I don't know how long it's gonna be on Netflix before and move everything over to Max, but it's still over there. Actually, all the CW shows are still over there, so you can actually watch all of them. I think except Batwoman, which is on Max. Everything else but everything else is on Netflix still. So you can go over there and watch.
Batwoman's on Max.
But I think it's so weird that you can't watch Crisis without Batwoman, and you have to have two different apps to do it. Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand that logic.
I don't understand it either. I don't understand the whole streaming world as far as why we just can't be one big happy family.
But yeah. All right. Well, that being said, I just want to make sure we talked about that. Let's do this.
And now let's get into the crazy world of professional wrestling.
So I'm not gonna lie. By the time we got to Raw, I was exhausted. I was exhausted and done with wrestling for the day. Because I literally watched all three shows in maybe what? I forgot. I also watched SmackDown because I was out Friday night. So between Saturday morning and Monday afternoon, watched SmackDown Rampage. No, I didn't watch Rampage. I watched SmackDown, Night of Champions, Double or Nothing, and Battleground, all before Raw. That was way too much wrestling in 2 days. And this is someone that watches 8 shows during WrestleMania weekend because it was a holiday weekend, and I was in and out, and I was doing stuff. We were all busy. That was a lot of wrestling for 3 days.
I mean, would you say wrestling overload would be correct terminology?
Well, that also just being tired from the weekend because it was a beautiful weekend. We were all busy. We were all doing stuff. It wasn't like I was at home like a WrestleMania weekend in the spring, but it was just like, it felt like a lot. We're not going to go through all 3 shows here. We don't have the time. If you want a full breakdown, I'll send over to Wrestling Inc. They did a full podcast of all 3 pay-per-views, free. And also, if you want to hear deep, you want to go down the paywall for the Torch, PW Torch, and ProWrestling.net, they also did full detailed coverage of all the shows. So you can go over there and listen to audio on everything. We're not going to go through every little bitty thing here. Did you get a chance to watch all 3 shows?
Most of it, yeah. The only thing I didn't get to finish was Battleground.
Okay. I'm not going to lie. I thought Night of Champions was the best show of the weekend. I thought it was the best show of the weekend. And I hate to say that because Double or Nothing is one of their biggest shows of the year, but like, I don't know. Double or Nothing did nothing for me until the last hour. Did nothing for me.
There was some, the matches in Double or Nothing were okay, but then there was the ones that specifically that people want to watch was the non-sanctioned one.
Well, that wasn't good. Jericho and Cole had no chemistry. I thought that match was bad. I thought that wasn't.
It flowed pretty well, but it was like you were waiting.
I thought it was slow. I thought it was way too slow.
you were waiting for something
Happened.
exciting, but then you got to take into account too that Adam Cole coming back from having
That's not an excuse. Then don't do an unsanctioned match.
well,
No. Then don't do an unsanctioned match if you're worrying about his health. Do a normal match. There was no reason for this to be a match to begin with. There was no reason.
I think that's what it was. Is they were basically a safety protocol in, but
But again, why is he wrestling? If they're worried about his health, why is he wrestling? I'm saying, if you're still worried about it, why was he cleared?
I don't know.
Sorry, it was not a good match.
Double-edged sword.
I expected more. I expected better. Jericho was looking old. He looked older fucking. I'm being serious. He looked older than fucking Jarrett and Daddy Ass. He looked older, and they're younger. They're older than him.
Yeah,
I'm just being honest. Like he did not look good, and the match wasn't good. I felt like the whole show just was slow and plotting. We had matches for no reason. The Battle Royal, it was great, but after that, it was just kind of like until we got to the second, like the last hour.
Right.
Weird, because I put out this fast forward to my notes here. Chris Statlander beating Jade Cargill may have woke up the entire crowd and saved the whole show, because from that point on, the show was great. Like,
yeah, and then the Four Pillars match.
I was gonna say that might. Let's start with Chris Statlander though.
Go ahead.
Did you see that coming? Because I did not see that coming on any level to have a surprise appearance by her. And it beat Jade. I didn't see it coming.
I think that's the whole thing is when you expected something to happen, like the same old, then all of a sudden it's like, man, guess what? We're gonna fool you.
Yeah, I was stunned. I'll admit it. They got me good. Jade Cargill's winning streak ended at 60-0. Mm-hmm. Chris Statlander is now the second TBS champion. I was stunned. I didn't expect it. It was a cool surprise. Well, it's funny about it, but like John brought up Chris Statlander last week on the show. But we're all like, she's still hurt, so she's not going to be back. And when her kid, like, no. And we were all screaming at the TV, and that woke up the crowd. That woke up everybody. Like you said, it went into the four-way, the Pillars four-way, which can I just say, and this might be hyperbole, I don't care. Was that like the best fatal four-way they've ever seen? Like that was by far the best one I've ever seen. Like there was a action-packed, fun, couldn't take your eyes up the screen fatal four-way.
Everybody was going full tilt, full out. They were pulling out all the stops, and you can tell, and it showed, because they wanted to have a great match. And there was a possibility, mind you, that there may be a title change, but
no, that wasn't going to be. We knew there wasn't going to be a title change. Everyone watching knew there was not going to be a title change.
Right, but I mean,
there wasn't going to be a title change.
The possibility was there,
just... No, that's the problem. There wasn't. But that's what made it great. For some reason, even though everyone knew there wasn't going to be a title change, it turned out to be a great match. That's the weird part about it for me. Despite that. What I found fun about it was the complaint I always have about four-ways is like, you have two people in the ring, two people outside. They didn't do that here. Everyone seems to be in the ring all the time, even MJF. Everyone happened to be in the ring all the time, and everyone's interacting with everything, and I thought that was unique. We don't see that very often.
So, and there was the other surprise that came up with the.
Are we on the entertainment arena, or are we still in a four-way?
Well, I think we're kind of finishing up on the four-way. My whole take on this is give the devil its due. And I'm sorry, I gotta use the pun.
Oh, he came out as the devil, so might as well.
MJF, he brought it, and he basically gave it out too. So I mean, he is what he is, and he's very good. He's a good pro wrestler, and he's great on the mic, and he's generating some great heat. So as of right now, he's gonna carry the title for the company until there's something else that derails it.
Very true. So we get to we'll talk about the Anarchy Arena. By the way, that band was hysterical. I must have been more of a fan of it than most people was. I thought that band was great. For those wondering, that wasn't blackface. It was a mask. For those in the building, that was not blackface. Everyone was like, "Why is he in blackface?" It wasn't blackface. It was a mask.
Yep.
Maybe you should have chosen a different mask so that people weren't questioning it. But
Yeah.
not just me. But I thought Anarchy in Your Last One was great. I thought this one was great.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that before we get to the ending?
I like the surprise Hangman did when he took off his patch.
Was it really a surprise, though? Was it really a surprise? Like, you really think he was going to wrestle with one eye? Honestly,
it was kind of like a backhanded insult.
Okay, that's different. That's different. That's different.
You know, take the patch off and look. See, I still have my eye. I'm still functional, and now I'm going to kick your ass.
I thought it was fun. There was a lot of stuff going on. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. It was great.
I didn't expect the ending.
Oh, before we get to the ending, I didn't expect the what was it? The super kick that was like electrified. I didn't expect that. That was a surprise. I did not see that coming.
Yep.
But the ending, when Don Callis had one Toshi Takeshita come out and turn heel on Kenny Omega. Holy shit! Takeshita heel. I did not expect them to actually do this. Takeshita heel. He was a great babyface, but now I'm interested how this is going. And he really had the mannerisms. He had the facial expressions. He had it already. So I'm like, okay, this could
oh my god,
this could be fun.
The crowd with him when he took off the ski mask and he just basically gave that mean mug to the crowd. Oh my god. You could, I mean, if there was someone that wanted to get out of their seat to basically kind of like gave them a what for, that probably would have happened. Now that leads to question with the Blackpool Combat Club is whether or not he's going to be part of it, whether or not Don Callis is going to be part of it or not.
That's a good question. But do they need them though? Do they need them? And does a team that has all the talkers like Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, and Don Maxley really need Don Callis?
I think you need him basically as like a scout to scout out.
But do you need that though? But they're not scouters. They're not that kind of people. That's not the team.
You know, I don't know if they're looking to recruit more members or not. And
I don't think they are. I don't think they are.
I mean, right now, everyone is at 100%.
Yeah. Well, we'll get more into the Blackpool Combat Club later because they're actually involved in the New Japan show in Dominion. We'll get into it later. They're actually involved in that show. So we'll talk more about them a little later. A couple of notes from the WWE Night of Champions. We'll get to Roman in a second. Seth Rollins predictably beat AJ Styles to win the World Heavyweight Championship. No surprise whatsoever there. The big surprise that I did not think they were going to do this in Saudi Arabia. This surprised the shit out of me. Bianca Belair lost the Raw Women's Championship show currently on SmackDown. Ending her reign at 420 days, Asuka is now the new champion. I did not expect that. Did you?
No, I mean, and the way it happened at the end was just, I mean, somewhat bizarre. I mean, when she's got the mist.
It was great Muda-like. I thought they
that's what they were saying. And it's like, okay, now I look at this as who's her next challenge.
I don't know. And we'll find out on SmackDown to see who the Raw Women's Champion's facing on SmackDown. I still get it. Why don't they just rename the belts? Or swap them or something, or do something. Like, I don't get it. What was the thing? Oh, yeah. So let's get to the big thing that happened. I'm not talking about Zoe Stark. I'm talking about, first of all, Roman Reigns is officially at 1,000 days as champion. He'll be celebrating it tonight on SmackDown on Friday. I'll be watching on a Saturday because I'll be at Pride. But the 1,000 days officially. Congratulations, it's a big deal. And Michael Cole all the way through out there. The next, I believe the next one is 12 something, which is like I forgot what that was. I'll look it up real fast. But that's that one. Big deal. But the bigger deal, the much bigger deal, was on Friday night SmackDown. For those who missed it, Roman and Jimmy got into a bit of a spat backstage.
Yes.
And then Jimmy dropped the "I'm the tribal chief" line in the ring, which I'll admit, my jaw dropped and I dropped my phone because I did not expect that line coming out of Jimmy. That one shocked me. But then the next on the actual PLE, the Usos came down to help Roman and Solo. The crowd was getting pissed because like, oh shit. And this, by the way, so Sammy, by the way, got a hero's welcome, got to speak Arabic to the crowd, and all really cool stuff. That was a great moment for Sammy. By the way, are we done now? Is Sammy officially done? Because we got the Canada thing, we got the Saudi Arabia thing. Are we done now? Because it's actually pretty funny how much the first half of this year is more about Sami Zayn than anybody else. It's pretty
the other thing also take account is that right now, Sammy and Kevin are just phenomenal.
Oh, I agree. 100%. 100%.
And right now they're so hot that I don't think you want to basically upset the apple cart with that. But
I need them to move on from the fucking bloodline. That's what I need them to do.
My whole thing is I remember Roman telling the Usos that they weren't going to be there at night as champions. And next thing you know,
oh, you believe that? And you actually believe that?
Oh, hell no.
By the way, so the next person on the list officially is Pedro Morales at 1,027. That's obviously going to be beat before Money in the Bank, obviously. But the next one up is Bruno Sammartino, second reign of 1237. That is the one that Bill Cole brought up on the air.
Okay.
That's the next number after that. So there you go. But that'll be beginning of next. It'll be like
so did he knock out the immortal Hulk Hogan?
No, that's like 14 something.
Okay.
But yeah, so there you go. I just want to look it up real fast. So anyway, so in the ring, the Usos come down to interfere to do their normal thing. Referee, by the way, gets speared by Roman. And my favorite part of the referee getting speared by Roman is Roman getting pissed at the referee for being down after he speared him. That was my favorite part. Was Roman yelling at the referee? Why are you down? That cracked me up. Roman's amazing. But anyway, so Roman the Usos come down and they go to interfere. They do the thing. They super kick individually Sammy KO, and then accidentally double super kick Solo. Well, all Roman saw was them double super kicking Solo. So Roman got in the ring pissed and got into their faces, and Jimmy had enough and super kicked Roman.
Well, wasn't that one comment from Roman that says, "Why are you here?"
No. I think it was part of the plan. I think that was part of the plan for them to be there. That wasn't the issue. He had an issue with the fact that they super kicked Solo. He didn't see the rest.
Yeah.
He didn't see the rest of it. And he was reacting like he would. And so Jimmy super kicked Roman. Jay stunned. The crowd is going crazy. I was shocked watching it. And then Jimmy does it again. And him and Jay run off. And that's where we leave things. Roman outside of the ring as we super kick Jimmy. Solo's in the ring, being left alone by KO and Sammy. He gets pinned again. They retain the titles. And that's it. That's where we leave things going into SmackDown this week. Holy shit. What a turn of events.
So, I mean, it leads a person to believe that the bloodline has basically reached its limit and it imploded. But take into account on the celebration that there are going to be other family members that are going to be there.
By the way, apparently tweeted about this.
These other...
I heard Rikishi might be involved in this on Friday. So I'm hearing that rumor. So
yeah, there you go. And Jimmy and Jay are sons of Rikishi.
I'm interested in how this is going to go. I really am.
So am I, because here's the thing. If the rest of the family is going to get involved in the storyline, then let's see which family member interjects themselves.
Exactly. So that's that. We'll find out more. We'll talk about it the next time we're all together. Before I move on to the last two things on here, wrestling related, before we get to New Japan, I forgot to put on here NXT Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton. She officially won the title at Battleground. Next Tuesday, we're going to be getting a number one contendership battle royal.
Mhm.
So that's pretty cool. I'm actually excited for her. She's got to relax a little because I think she got a little bit stressed out in the ring doing her she doesn't do live promos in the ring often. She got a little stressed
Yeah.
out. But that's fine. It's fine. She's still learning. It's still developmental.
Yep.
The other note I want to know from NXT, I didn't put on the notes because I didn't think about it just now. Mustafa Ali coming to NXT and Baron Corbin coming to NXT. I did not see either one of them coming. The Corbin one shocked me even more than the Ali one because that was surprising. I did not expect it. And something about the NXT arena, by the way, made Baron Corbin look more of a badass than he's looked at in like a decade.
Correct.
Like, he looked like a fucking badass in the ring. Like, I did not expect that.
And take into account they mentioned that both individuals are free agents. So
yes, they are. So that's a big deal. All right, so we'll talk about more of that in the future. So, two other things. First of all, Billy Corgan's an idiot. Let's start that here. Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins, who currently is the owner of the NWA, was tweeting out at people that were talking about how they're not watching NWA because Tyrus is their champion. I'm not watching NWA because it sucks, but I don't like Tyrus as champion either. But apparently, he went out and tweeted, "If you're not going to watch him talking about Tyrus, then you're not. If you're not watching the show because of Tyrus, then you're not a wrestling fan." Your reaction?
my reaction is Billy Corgan needs to get his head out of his ass and realize the product that he's got isn't up to par with other organizations. And once you realize that and start correcting that problem, then maybe you can say that comment. But until then, your comment is bullshit.
Yeah, I was stunned when I read that. And the funny part is, I was on checking something else on Twitter when this all happened. I'm like, what the fuck is everyone talking about? Like, what are they talking about? And I looked at something like, seriously? What kind of balls do you have that you can actually say that?
Here's the thing. When you've got a company like Impact that puts out a better product than the NWA, then you tell me what is wrong, Mr. Corrigan, and be honest about it. And I don't think you can.
What part about Impact is they're quietly like doing really good stuff that I don't have the time to watch. I just don't have time. You know, there's just 40 hours a week, and Thursday nights is not a wrestling.
The only other product that would be probably close to being in the same boat as the NWA would be MLW.
I was gonna say that might be a better comparison, because Impact is still doing their thing. They're still kicking their thing. They do their thing. You know.
Don't get me wrong. MLW has good things and bad things, but I don't hear anyone from MLW putting out a statement like you did, Mr. Corrigan, because basically, why would you want to basically turn away viewers? And now with this comment, I can guarantee you, nobody's going to be watching your product, whether you're putting it on syndicated television, whether you're putting it on YouTube, whether you're putting on something else. No one's going to see your product. And the only thing that your product's going to see is empty seats, empty screens, emptiness. And you got no one to blame but yourself.
There you go. So you mentioned Impact. I laughed yesterday. Because like I said, Impact's doing stuff in the background. I don't fully pay attention, but I listen to the audio reviews that Pro Wrestling that puts up, and I read stuff and I follow along with things. Like with Trinity and the company and things like that, I am paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
But Impact still got a TNA a little bit. They still got a little TNA in them. Because in the past, we've dealt with TNA having hysterical stipulation matches. Absolutely hysterical stipulation matches. The Reverse Battle Royal is still one of my personal favorites. So yesterday, they announced for Against All Odds, their next show they're doing in a couple of weeks. They're going to be doing a 8-4-1 match.
Okay, here it is. I'm going to ask a question. What is an 8-4-1 match?
Okay, so we start as an 8-man tag. We started an 8-man tag. The 8-man tag is Moose, Mike Bailey, Rich Swann, and PCO taking on Bully Ray, Jonathan Gresham, Heath, and Nick Aldis. That's where we start. The winner of the 8-man tag then faces off in a fatal 4-way. So the team that wins then faces each other in a fatal 4-way later on that night And then the winner of that match goes on the Slammiversary to face Steve Macklin for the title.
Wow. Okay. Now that we've got that cleared up, that's clear as mud.
I know, right? I'm like, Impact still got a TNA once in a while, don't they?
Well,
I gotta do it.
who in creative came up with this?
Gotta be Scott D'Amore. He's the one in charge. It's gotta be Scott D'Amore.
Scott D'Amore, and it's not Bully Ray.
Well, Scott D'Amore just went through a flaming table on the Last Impact show. Did you see that? Did you see that video? The Bully Ray threw Scott D'Amore to a flaming table. I swear to God, that happened last week.
Shades of Dixie Carter.
I was like, well, this is the flaming table, though. Dixie never had the balls to do that. So,
Thank God.
yay. So I had to bring that up because it made me laugh when I read that. It really did make me laugh.
There was something else I heard about Impact, and maybe I don't know if you can elaborate.
Before
Jordan Grace.
her contract expired. Her contract expired. She's a free agent.
Right.
Legitimately a free
Right.
agent. That's a big deal. Well, she lost a
No,
match.
no.
I thought when she had a match against Diana the other day, that was if Jordan, it was like a last chance match where if Jordan loses, then she can't get another title shot against Diana, which makes
Right.
sense. They've been feuding. They're like the John Cena and Randy Orton of the Impact Women's Division. So like after a while, their feud stopped being meaningful anymore. So I don't blame them for putting a stipulation. So I thought it was a stipulation. Then Jordan Grace would move on to something else. And then I heard Trinity is challenging Deonna Purrazzo. Something perfect. That's good for Deonna and do something different. Well, then I find out that her contract expired. And now she's a free agent. It's intriguing. Very, very intriguing.
I heard somewhere that she's more into professional bodybuilding now, and she wants to get into that.
That's why she's lost so much weight.
Right, and she wants
bodybuilding. Well, she's already won bodybuilding competitions. She already won them during her Impact run. She was Impact champion and won a bodybuilding competition at the same time.
Right. And now that her physique has changed, she wants to be more competitive back in bodybuilding. I don't know.
We'll find out. I almost think a lot of people are saying she should go to AEW. I say no. AEW has enough problems with the women's division. I would not send her over there. But I would say maybe
NXT.
Yeah, that might be the best bet. Go over to WWE and start an NXT and
kick ass.
Yeah, like that's what I would do personally if she wants to. I mean,
she has
a lot of power, so she can do what she wants. I
can imagine her NXT and her challenging Tiffany Stratton.
That'd be intriguing. Or even then, you don't even have to put her in there. You could put her in something else. You could help them against Blair Davenport or something like that. Like there are other storylines that aren't title related. You could throw her in. That's what about the NXT Women's Division. They have multiple freaking titles going, but feuds going on that aren't title related.
Right.
So yeah, I'm intrigued. Be very intriguing. So yeah, that's a good call. I forgot about that. Good call. So moving on, we'll jump over to New Japan. We have Dominion happening this Sunday. Which I'm excited about. For those who are uninitiated, it is the second biggest show of the year after Wrestle Kingdom. It's one of those things where they set it on the calendar literally in January, and everyone knew we're leading up to this show. We don't have the entire card in front of us because obviously some of the matches were just some 6 and 8 man tags, and there was one match that was just like here are the young lions that I don't know how to pronounce their names, so we're not going to bother with that. We're not going to bother with that. But as for the matches, it's almost all title matches, like always when New Japan at this point. Matches are really intriguing. We'll start from the bottom to the top. There's no real order to this. This is not the order of the match. There is a match order if you go on New Japan's website and on Wikipedia, full match order. This is not the order of the matches they have listed. This is just the order I put them in. Just to throw people out there. New Japan World Television Championship. I have no idea why this is being defended on this show, but why not? It is Zack Sabre Jr. against Jeff Cobb. I don't even think anyone's beaten Zack Sabre Jr. for this belt because he changes because this is the 15-minute time limit, and like it's right perfect for his gimmick. So I honestly don't see him taking the belt off of him. Yeah.
There's a possibility that they may put it on Jeff Cobb, but I think it'll only be temporary, nothing long term. It'd be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
Then you have the Never Openweight Championship. I didn't even know this was a thing. David Finlay, who is the new leader of the Bullet Club, I'll figure that one out, is taking out El Fantasmo. There's no way you're taking the belt off
No.
him right now.
No.
What's going on?
No. I mean, if he being leader of the Bullet Club, you don't want to rock the boat with that.
Exactly. So you asked last week about the IWGP Tag Team Championship situation. You asked that last week.
Yeah.
Match. It is Bushimon, Goto, and Yoshihashi versus House of Torture, Evil, and Takahashi versus United Empire, Great O'Connor, and Aaron Harari. This is the match for the titles.
Wow.
Please not House of Torture. That's all I say. Please, not them. I can't handle them holding belts again.
You don't like Evil?
Oh, I don't. I can't handle it anymore. I can't handle any more of it. I'm torn here. I think to put the belts back on Bushimon until Ozzy opens back. That's what I do.
I'm leaning more towards United Empire, but I think Bushman would be a good fit.
So I mean, it's an intriguing one. Number one contendership match for the United States Championship. The winner of this match faces Kenny Omega at Forbidden Door. Not that AEW had all talked about that at all, but that's happening here. God forbid they actually bring that up on television or or anywhere that this match is happening. Hopefully, okay, we're recording it for Dynamite, so maybe they'll bring it up on Dynamite, but I doubt it. I absolutely doubt it. But anyway, it is Lance Archer versus Will Ospreay. There's no doubt in my mind we're setting up Ospreay Omega 2.
Yeah. I mean that's the direction I see it. Even though Lance Archer wants to play spoiler, I don't think he's going to be the one that's going to get the victory on this one.
Yeah.
Because hey, there's more money in Ospreay and Omega 2 than there is in Omega and Archer 1.
Oh, Doc, I didn't want. I think they face each other on Dynamite for the belt. I think they face each other on Dynamite. So I think it happened already. I think it's already happened. But I'm intrigued, and I know Japan people want to see this match again. So let's do it. I almost think we'll talk about this if it's door, but I have a feeling this is gonna be like a best of like a 3-match series, and the third match will happen at like All In or something.
That's a possibility.
I was doing something bigger with Kenny Omega. I don't know what they're planning on doing.
Or at a Forbidden Door.
Well, Forbidden Door is when we're having the first match. That's when we're having that match. Ospreay Omega is happening at Forbidden Door. I just said that. I literally just said that. Forbidden Door's first. All In's after Forbidden Door. Wembley show. So this match got announced right after the pay-per-view. They literally announced this right after the show went off the air because Blackpool Combat Club was in the news. So why not advertise this match immediately? Can't blame their hand for it at all. It is the never open weight 6-man tag team championships. I didn't even know these 3 men had the belts, but there you go. And it's Kazuchika Okada, Toru Ishii, and Hiroshi Tanahashi. That is a team taking on the Blackpool Combat Club's John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli and Shota Umino. Holy shit!
I mean, if you really want to have Blackpool Combat Club as a force to be reckoned with, then I would say that they get the belts.
I don't know. This is an intriguing one. I did not know. I actually didn't realize that an Okada, Ishii, and Tanahashi were the champions. I didn't even realize that was the thing.
Yeah, but I mean, for Blackpool Combat Club to come back on television with belts, that just kind of solidifies their agenda.
I wonder. There's a rumor going around. The rumor going around of Mox Okada at Forbidden Door. I wonder if this is leading to that.
I heard that, and I'm guessing.
Oh my God, if that happens, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
I'm guessing and keeping my fingers crossed that possibility still exists.
Yeah, if that match happens, I'll immediately gonna lose my mind because that's gonna be a crazy match, fun match. If that happens, we'll talk about it if it happens. But if it happens,
if that match does happen, I guarantee you're gonna have to have this you have to have that in a bigger venue.
Well, no, it's gonna be Forbidden Door. That's the next show. Like Forbidden Door is the venue. That is it. Like that's it. That is the
oh man, ticket sales.
It's already sold out. Forbidden Door's already sold out.
It's a sellout.
It's the only sellout. Okay. It's the only sellout AW schedule right now.
Okay, so it is sold out. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Toronto. It's the only show right now currently on AW schedule. It is sold out. So big deal. Coming events, we have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. It is Hiromu Tanahashi, who I feel like has his belt all the damn time. I don't
Yep.
think he loses it and he gets it back. He has this belt so many damn times. Against the winner of the Best of Super Juniors 30. Did not expect this one. It is Master Watto, who beats Speedball Mike Bailey in the final. There's no way they're putting them out the Master Watto, right? There's no way.
Never say never. Never say never. I mean, I
did
think
not
they
expect
want to
it,
see.
so-
I mean, he won the Best of the Super Juniors. Let's see what happens if you give him a belt.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird one. And then the main event is Sonata defending the heavyweight championship against Yota Toshio. I don't understand this match happening. Maybe there's some storyline I don't know about. I'm not really watching New Japan that closely. Do you know anything about this match?
No, the only thing I can say is it sounds like Sonata is kind of like going his own way, own path, because
Well, he's in his own faction now. He's leading just 5 guys now. Just 5 guys now.
right, and I believe that he's handpicked his entourage.
No. I'm telling you what it is. He
Okay.
joined a faction that was already made. He joined a faction called just 4 guys, and now it's just 5 guys.
No, it's just 5 guys.
Yes, it was just 4 guys. He joined it, and now it's just 5 guys.
Isn't there a restaurant or restaurant chain that is just 5 guys?
Oh, it's just 5 guys, not just 5 guys. The name of the restaurant name is 5 guys.
Okay. So they can open up another chain saying just 5 guys.
So that's the Sonata's not losing the belt here. There's no way.
No, he's
I will
too
be shocked. I will not be shocked if he's not headlining freaking Wrestle Kingdom at this point.
Sonata is too strong right now to do anything like that. I mean, if you really want to rock the boat, then give him another challenger that would be befitting, you know.
I hope they explain why this match is happening on the show, because again, I'm not watching New Japan regularly, so maybe there is a valid reason why this match is happening.
I think basically what it is, you know, they've got to have him have a match.
Oh yeah, there's got to be some storyline behind it. I just don't know.
Right. I mean, you got to have a match to basically kind of solidify the reason why he's got the belt.
Yeah. So, all right. Anything else you want to bring up in wrestling, or we can get out of here early today?
Well, let's see. How about for people that are local?
Oh yeah, I forgot you were going to. Oh yeah, talk about that. Where you're heading this weekend? Good call. Where you're heading?
Crusher Fest
this
weekend.
Go.
This weekend, Crusher Fest, Saturday, Sunday. You're gonna be amazed at how the city of South Milwaukee transforms itself with open arms to wrestling fans. There will be old-time legends there. Cowboy Bob Orton is supposed to be scheduled. God, I don't have it up right now. I can't get the app.
Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Go ahead. Give me 2 seconds. I'm looking it up.
Okay.
Here we go. Marty Jannetty, Greg Valentine, Ted DiBiase, Al Snow, Bob Orton, and those are the big names that are on here.
Yeah, Ted DiBiase and Cowboy Bob Orton. I'm telling you.
Why is Ted DiBiase? Okay, this is gonna sound.
Go ahead.
Ted DiBiase allowed to do this? Because I know he's in the middle of legal problems right now.
No, that's the boys. That's the sons.
I thought it was him too. I thought he was involved in it too. No, I just thought about that.
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he's clear from that. It's the
okay.
two
Sorry,
sons.
that just came to mind. Yeah,
no. And here's the thing about Mr. DiBiase. Maybe most people don't realize that he is an ordained Baptist minister.
Actually, everybody knows that. Actually, everybody knows.
So I mean, and he is willing to talk to anyone, regardless if they're a wrestling fan or not. You strike up a conversation, he's going to be very cordial. I'm telling you, these guys that are coming in, go see them, get their autographs, get their pictures, have a conversation with them, thank them for basically paving the way for what we have now, because without these people, the sport, and I'm going to use sport, of sports entertainers, pro wrestling would not be what it is right now. And people like Crusher laid the foundation for other people to follow. So you got to look at it is that these people were trailblazers and trail makers to basically get the business to go forward, and to be what it is because they looked at it with a different set of eyes than most people did. So, hey, you go to Crusher Fest, you will not be disappointed.
Dad'll be there on Saturday. He already told me he'll be there. He's going to be doing coverage for the show there. Why not? I mean, I put a recorder on his phone so we can record stuff if we talk to people this time around, and this time actually save it.
Right.
Hey,
what about the event that you and Chris are going?
I'm about to bring that up. By the way,
Okay.
guys, you forgot to mention that GLCW is doing a show at Crusher Fest. So that's the local affiliate here that's going into your show. At the same time, over in Oak Creek at Drexel Town Square, they're doing an outdoor free event called Rock and Wrestling. The ICW Wisconsin Wrestlers are going to be doing a show there. I actually have the card in front of me because I was actually looking. So I took me a second looking up the card because Mandy sent me the card. Silas Young is on the card. Hornswoggle's on the card. I'm trying to think of anyone else here. That Big Neil that everyone would know. Sean Priest, Sabu's apparently going to be there. Sabu's on the listing for the show. So
the homicidal, genocidal Sabu.
Hopefully he looks better than he did at the pay-per-view. But yeah, there you go. That's good Rocket Wrestling going on at the Drexel Town Square in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. If you're in the area, also I'll be at Pride pretty much all night on Friday. If you want to find me there, I'll be there. Find me. I'm wearing a Pride shirt. Not sure if you're really going to want to see me at night because I'll probably be pretty drunk. But I'll be at Pride on Friday. And Sunday will be the Pride Parade in Milwaukee. So we're extremely busy. And also, one more thing I want to plug before we get out of here. Kyle is going to be in Chicago with Matt, and they're going to be covering Windy City PonyCon, and that'll be on the feed probably the next few Saturdays with their coverage. So we have a very busy weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, and the weather's going to cooperate. From what I'm hearing, the weather's going to fucking cooperate. I'm looking
it will. And, this is just like a tip of the iceberg of what's going on. And
it's going to be a fun summer.
Yeah, it will be. And go out and go to these events, go to these shows, patronize people. I'm telling you, outdoor wrestling is completely different than going.
I haven't been to an outdoor show in a long time. Haven't been to an outdoor show in a while. Looking forward.
It's completely different than being inside a building or an arena. Because I'm telling you, there's something about having a show in the outdoors that just makes it more exciting. Because think of the moves they can do with no ceiling.
I know. I was just thinking that. So, all right. On that note, then I guess we are done here. Look for we'll talk about more about that in the future. We'll do this.
For more information on our show, including where you can find us on social media or watch the show on YouTube, go to theblakeandsaleshow.com. Don't forget to comment or leave a rating and review, and we will read it on the show.
All right, we're going to close the show with a brand new song by Philip Phillips, American Idol winner.
Woo!
Philip Phillips, a name I haven't heard in a long time. I heard the name pop up on my Sirius XM, and I'm like, well, I have to listen to this. This is called Dancing with Your Shadows.
It's so good that they named him Philip Phillips twice.
Okay, I do like this song a lot, so I figured we close the show with a brand new song by Philip Phillips, American Idol winner. Dad, you haven't heard from South Spark, so Dad, say your thing. Go, finish up.
Hey, as always, it's been your pleasure. And please, if you happen to have a local independent wrestling organization where you live at, patronize these people. These are young men and women. They're coming up in the sport of professional wrestling, sports entertainment. You'll be amazed on their character, their finishers, how they give good promos, how they're learning the trade, the craft from people that want them to succeed. And I'm telling you, you watch these people and they give 110% because they want to get to that next level, to get into that major corporation where they're going to be noticed and become even more famous. So please patronize these people, do it safely. And hey, just let's all treat each other with a little bit of kindness and civility. It goes a long way. We only got one world unit. Let's coexist.
Well, next week, that'll be off. Me and Sally are going to sit down with Mike, and we're going to discuss the NHL awards. Translation, we're not going to be on next week. We're not going to be recording a show next Wednesday because CJ's graduating 8th grade. So I'm pre-recording a show, and we're going to sit down with Mike talking about the NHL awards. That being said, let's get out of here. I'm Blake.
I'm Mark.
And you've been listening to the Blake and Sal Show with Mark. Have a good day, everybody.
We love you guys. Just Remember, be safe.
And go Admirals.
Definitely go Admirals.
Breaks my heart, you can't let go. You say you're fine, but girl, I know you've been dancing, dancing, dancing with your shadows. When the days get don't we're both dancing, dancing, dancing with the shadows. Dancing with the shadows. Dancing with the shadows.
Thank you so very much. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night.
Bye bye, bitch.